Welcome back. Viola Desmond has long been recognized as one of the champions of racial justice in our country and was recently celebrated by the Bank of Canada, becoming the face of the new design on the $10 bill. And now, Toronto actor and entrepreneur Gary James is launching a campaign to establish scholarships in this country for Black women in her name. And Gary joins me now. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you very much.
So good to meet you.
Pleasure.
So, you know what, like this, she means so much to everyone, right?
Everyone, yeah.
Everyone and you've manifested your respect and love for this woman in a pay it forward kind of way. Tell me about the program.
Well, it's crazy because when I was a kid as a barber, I worked in salons instead of barbershops. So the first salon that I worked in was 1 block away where Viola Desmond's salon was in 1946. So I was always instilled with the legacy of Viola. And then it's to a point when she passed and then she gets honored on a dollar bill. And not only being the first person of African descent and first woman on a banknote in Canada, they talk about her standing against racial discrimination and racism. But we kind of forget about how great of a businesswoman she was with her own product line, skincare line, and even the fact that when she sat in that theater that day, it was because she was delivering products to consumers that were supporting her entrepreneurial stuff. Yeah. And that's what made her go to the theater, because she had downtime. And it says she was already built to stand against racial injustice, because it wasn't like she woke up that morning to become this pioneer. Right. That was the resilience within her to stand for principle. And
she passed so young too, at 50, huh? That's the shame.
And the anniversary of her passing was yesterday, actually. Wow.
So tell me how the scholarship or how this program is going to work.
Well, it works because I love the fact that you said champion, because I have the brand Champion brand is committed to printing 30,000 shirts. 30,000 shirts at $50 will raise $150,000. That money is to go towards a concert. And I've been an opening act for Lauryn Hill 4 times in Canada for Jazz Festival in Nova Scotia. So now she wants to come back. But what better than have the Queen of Hip Hop come back to Canada in Halifax and do a concert in memory and in tribute to Viola Desmond. But the proceeds from this concert, so if we get the 10,000 people at $100, we can raise $1 million and allocate that. And the Desmond family themselves are who I'm going to get to actually pick the people to receive these scholarships.
That's just fantastic. It's
it's about entrepreneurship, you know, mentorship too, because I feel like Viola Desmond, she was a mentor. She was a mentor to many women, but she had to go to New York to get that cosmetology license and then come back to Nova Scotia because she wasn't granted that opportunity. So the fact that a lot of women struggle, it's hard to get help, it's hard to get empowered, but why not empower women when we have a queen like Viola Desmond as a living example?
So well said. You know, you mentioned Lauryn Hill, and you know, the Afro-Canadian diaspora experience runs parallel with America, but also goes off in many different directions.
It does.
And regionally in this country too. Her experience as a Black woman in out east, very different than a woman maybe growing up near Toronto in that area.
So true. In 1946?
Yeah.
1946, and not only be driving by yourself to deliver your products, but to stand up against racism when it was still segregation that existed. And she sat in that theater, the Roseland Theater, 10 years before Rosa Parks sat on the bus. In America, that catapulted the civil rights movement. So we didn't even really start fighting back in public and making stances at these times. Right?
And you know, there have been so many steps backwards in the last little while because of other reasons in America right now. And we like to think we're above it here in Canada, but you know, it's still there, and it's still a problem, and you're doing amazing work to try and eradicate this, and I wish you all the success. I know you're going to do well. Real quickly, I have just enough time. How do people get in touch with you to get one of these?
www.theviolamovement.com. You can order them online, and after you order them, they will get sent directly to you, or you can actually come to my barbershop. I'm located at 170 Frederick Street beside George Brown College on King, and I have inventory there for the people to come, and I even have like 100 gift bags for the first 100 people that come to the location.
Gary, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with the project.
Thank you so much.